It's not the beauty of the building you should look at, it's the construction of the foundation that will stand the test of time. David Allen Coe. So if you look at our products and which part of our products touch the most lives and how critical it is for our customers, our centers, to reach beyond their doors, the Parent mobile app is hands down the most critical part of what we do. So we want our centers, parents and families to have the best experience of quality that they can. When we built the first app, when we built our go-to-market, getting something out there was important, and getting that fire hose of data back was our mission. And then we made a decision. It was time to button it up and build something that was beautiful, that families and our centers could really be proud of.
All the post-it notes that you see on the wall really stem from a set of processes to gather requirements. And when building software, there's lots of different ways that you can go about architecting or developing, and there's not necessarily any one right way of doing it. But what is really important is understanding what the users need and what the users, what is going to deliver value to the users. And so the process that we started with for this application really was to think about all the components of the software and walk through every event that could happen within the system. And so what you see on the walls and all the colorful post-it notes behind us is from a process that's called event storming. Some of the things that we run into when running a session like this, especially with software developers who tend to think in terms of systems and software functions as opposed to what is really happening from an event perspective from the end user and the value, is kind of separating the thought behind what and how things get built versus why is it being built.
My job is to think about how we design things with all of our customers at the forefront of our decision making. So things that I often think about are what their roles will be, how they plan on interacting with what we do. Often I have to think about what kind of headaches might they run into, what's the environment they're in. Obviously in child care management, it's chaos. So one of my challenges is to make the technology the easy part, the part that is simple, that essentially combats the chaos that happens when they're doing their day-to-day. So to do that, I did a lot of research. I got to visit some centers. I got to really gain an understanding of what that day-to-day looks like from different levels. So as a parent, as a teacher, and then all the way up to kind of like an enterprise level. And then I kind of, went through like what you see around here. I went through this process of putting it out there and saying, this is the big picture. And then the next step was to break it down really into sizable chunks of work. And then I got the luxury to make something beautiful. So I got to use my design skills and interface skills to create what I hope people will see as a beautiful app that really helps them on the day-to-day so that I can make their lives easier, because what they're doing is really important. I have teachers, a lot of teachers in my family, and I can appreciate the impact that development has on you. So I'm trying to make lives better.
With the activity feed and our new chat messaging in the parent app, we hope to accomplish a better line of communication and knowledge of what's going on between the time a parent drops their child off to the time that they pick their child up, and we don't want them to miss a single moment of their child's day.
I'm trying to make lives better, I guess.